क्या कुछ funny looking नहीं किया यार. My friends like you crazy ones would send him pictures. देख आज तेरी बीवी क्या बनी. And he would be like, oh my god, on national television, what is this girl up to now? Party है, music चल रहा है तो डांस करते करते बाय बोलेंगे ना. मतलब ये क्या मैं थक गई हूँ वाला चेहरा में.
Hi Pooja, welcome to the PDA Show.
Thank you.
It's called PDA for obvious reasons.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
not
born for
understood anything.
PDA is Parag Agrawal, the pun intended.
Fun one नहीं समझ में आता, हम simple हो गए. हाँ.
Okay, so we are going to talk about your life and as an entertainer, as a host. So I'm feeling very excited, because I'm hosting a host today.
Oh yes, of course, and I'm feeling very excited that I don't have to go through any of my pointers before the conversation, and we're going to keep this as free flowing. And
Exactly.
काम सारा ये करेगा, हम cheers करेंगे.
Cheers करेंगे.
बिल्कुल.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah. So let me just, give us some insights about your journey as an entertainment, how you started and introduce the audience. Of course, people know your face and your mom's face.
Okay, I am Pooja Kanwal and he said mom's face, so he would elaborate more on that.
Yeah.
But since you said journey, we'll have to backtrack to around 21 years ago when I started professionally. और अगर हम उससे भी पहले जाएं तो as a hobby for a little extra pocket money along with school and college, I used to
So
do
you
music
knew
videos.
acting could get you money. Matlab,
Of course.
you must have learned it while getting money from your
when
mom.
I was 2 years old. Yes, exactly.
So what did you do to get money? Oh mom, मुझे कुछ तो भी स्कूल में देना है ऐसे.
You'll have to ask my mom, but I've never really been very much into the joys that money can buy.
Mm-hmm.
But what used to really excite me was जब से मैं मतलब बचपन से I used to accompany mom to the sets और makeup room में मैं देखती थी कि ये लोग बहुत मस्ती करते हैं. And initially as a child I used to think कि मेरी मम्मा वहाँ enjoy करने जाती है. It was only much later that I realized that she gets proper like money for it, which runs our homes, which helps her bring up my didi and me. And that only dawned upon me much later. And I think before that I'd already decided कि मैं भी बली होके अच्छी मस्ती करूँ.
हाँ मतलब ड्रामे करने के पैसे मिल रहे तो
ऐसे मेकअप रूम में no, the kind of, and I think television when she started back in the day, it was a very different sort of a work environment.
Absolutely, yeah.
Things have changed a lot. For better or worse, I'm not here to comment on that. I think we all know the scenario, but things were really, really different. And I saw the most golden period of television.
How old were you when you first started visiting her sets? 2 years. You
yeah,
have memories
because
of those?
of course I do. Of course I do.
2 years?
And yeah. And I was a really shy kid, so mom got a lot more work after I was like 5, 6, but she being a single parent used to like to and sometimes have to take me along. And things were very different then. You could just be sitting in the makeup room. She could give me a little something to entertain me and go do a shot and come back.
There was no YouTube at that time. There was nothing
Yes,
to
I'm
give an
ancient.
iPad.
I'm born in the 80s. I'm a millennial
I
Gen
share
Z
that.
kid.
I share that. You're lucky to be that.
Yes,
Trust
well,
me.
I mean, lots to learn from this new lot
Gen
and
Zs, yeah.
trying really hard to keep up, but yeah.
So then what was it?
So
Which
I just
really
saw that there was this amazing banter and there were these actors having a lot of fun together. Even when they were doing their lines, they were really enjoying. And it was a beautiful creative process.
So it just comes to you naturally.
And I decided I want to have fun like this. And it all started with that. And of course, everybody used to say, how's that even possible? You're such a shy kid. You can't even say hello
I
to
cannot
people.
imagine you shy. Come on.
Yeah, we needed to have my
मतलब
mom.
बोलना पड़ता है भाई चुप हो जाओ.
I know. Like my mom says कि पहले तो बोलती नहीं थी. जब तक 15 साल की थी और एक बार बोलना शुरू किया तो अब बंद ही नहीं होती.
तो वही है ना.
So I always tell her, don't complain, I get paid for it. So she's happy.
Yeah,
but she's like, we have to hear the free version of all the nonsense. But yeah.
हर माँ बाप बोलते हैं ना पहले बोलना सिखाओ फिर मुंह बंद कराना
सिखाओ. Oh God, absolutely. और उनको बहुत टाइम लगा because I was in a shell, so she had to like really ऐसा नहीं था कि naturally चीजें हुई. For her, she had to work really, really hard to get me to be more outspoken, to be less shy, to be more confident. I wasn't inherently like that. It was also a very different time. It was a very different sort of family structure and all of that. She went through a lot. I saw a lot through her struggle. So I was in a shell, and it took her a lot of like planned proper effort to bring me out of it. But she succeeded.
Yeah, you required a lot of work.
Yes. So that happened, and that's
Which was
when
the first show or first TV experience that you got and when?
So I was raring to go since, like I told you, since I was almost 2, 3, whatever. Since I came to my senses, I knew that this
Child
is what
artist.
I'm going to do, and I wanted to be a
So
child artist.
child labor में नहीं आता?
नहीं, child labor में नहीं आता. वो जो मैं अपनी बेटी से कराती हूँ, बेटा खाना बनाओ, वो child labor में आता है, and I do that a lot. But yeah.
Oh, you really?
Oh my God. She cooks more than me. She manages the house more than me.
Can she even reach the platform?
Yeah,
height?
she's luckily for me, like I keep saying, the Kanwal genes of just being so good at running the kitchen and the whole house skipped my generation, at least skipped me. My sister's amazing, but went straight to my daughter from my mom. Mera totally beach mein skip ho gaya. But she's naturally, inherently got that flair that she wants to cook, and she's also got the crazy side, which I'm really grateful for. So coming back to your question, I think it was about, like, since I came to my senses, this is the only thing I saw myself ever do, which is not, people say, so did you want to do television or did you want to do, I said the only thing I remember knowing since I came to my senses was that I want to entertain people.
So that's what I'm asking, what age was it when you realized?
Since, like I told you, since I came to my senses, so I can't pick a day or a particular
Don't tell me you came to your senses in 2.
Yeah,
so senseless मुझे लगता है कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा हो क्या रहा है.
But that's the beauty of it ना, मुझे नहीं समझना, मुझे उसमें thought process नहीं डालना, मुझे लोगों को entertain करना है. अब कोई कहता है कि अभी films नहीं बनी तो TV कर रहे हो, TV से अभी presenting में पहुंच गए हो, dubbing कर रहे हो, but एक चीज तो constant है, I connect with my audiences even when I'm doing my corporate shows, and I entertain people, and that's the kick that I get.
Corporates aren't they boring?
No, we have so much fun. Like, we've done entries at like any big film award function with like full on dance and coming out of like posters and screens opening and all the glamour, and then we put song and dance into it, we put games into it, we do a lot of activities, right? Engagement, team building, and also बार के अपनी मस्ती fulfill.
Yeah, wherever there's an interaction, it can't be a dull moment with you.
It can't be a dull moment. And for me, it's very important that whatever medium I'm in, it's not dull. I think there's enough when, in your personal life, everybody has a lot of challenges, everybody, in whatever capacity. So for me, it's very important when I work that I have some amount of fun doing it. There's always stress that comes with work also, of course. I'm not going to say that that's not the case, but there is a huge fun element, at least in whatever I've been doing.
But the way I've known you, the way you take things, when you say stress,
I take a lot of stress.
But it never shows. You are a great actor, that means.
Yes, thank you very much. Finally, we can say that.
But वैसे भी girls fake it all the time.
Oh my. Promo kato. Say it clearly.
What? Girls fake all the time, right?
Promo kato. But no, I'm not somebody, like my really close people, like my best friend, my husband, my mom will say कि दुनिया के सामने हंसती रहती है और घर आके रोती है. So that's my personality type, which is why I also think I'm so fit for the showbiz, because over there, whatever it is that I'm going through goes at the back of my mind.
It's like मेरा नाम जोकर.
चाहे वो जोकर हो या उस टाइम अगर मुझे बहुत हंसी आ रही हो और मुझे सीरियस सीन करना हो, वो भी सिचुएशंस होती हैं. एंड यू नो जब मुझे बहुत टफ होता है, एंड यू नो जब मुझे हंसी आती है तो बिल्कुल कोई सीमा में नहीं आती, कोई नहीं रोक सकता. एंड देयर हैव बीन टाइम्स व्हेयर आई हैड टू डू अ डेथ सीन और अ क्राइम ब्रेकडाउन.
So how are you at funerals?
In real or on screen, they're very different.
In real life, suppose there's a day where you are into a comic role and you have to be in that character. कोई मर गया, मतलब you're like
no. So that very, very clear demarcation of personal and professional.
Does it happen like this? I'm going to be very serious.
Not going to be.
Your grandmother died.
He is the actor, not me, guys. And he has put this whole podcast together so he can show this side of him. So
come on, no, man. It's just you bring that side of people out, you know. It's you, Pooja.
It's you.
वही तो बात है. मुझे लग रहा है कि मैं गेस्ट हूँ. मतलब your hostness doesn't go.
I am not hosting this show, guys.
Oh, yeah, come back. I'm the host.
I am not hosting this show.
But it feels like I'm the guest. You make the other people so important.
No, thank you so much. ऐसा बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं है. Yeah, it's not about you.
Oh, yeah,
Coming back to me. Personally, I'm very different from what I may have to project
Yeah.
on screen or on stage or whatever it is.
100%.
Yeah. So, but the only thing that's common is I'm crazy. I have a very high energy mad side, which is why thank God I have that outlet. नहीं तो मेरी
But
family का क्या हाल होता?
without craziness, Pooja,
Yeah,
I think
life
see,
में
all
मजा ही
successful
नहीं
one,
है.
all craziness is that what drives us, right?
Knock
Is
on.
the craziness.
Yes, we're
Cool,
blessed.
cool.
We're
Yeah.
blessed, and when
Blessed.
we have mediums जहाँ हम अपने वो सारे crazy side निकाल सके and हमें बार बार वो opportunity मिलती है, so we are really grateful.
But to know the real you, because even I know when I got to know for the first time, you did come to host one of our shows in
Yes,
Vashi.
yes, that's how we
That
met.
was, I can never forget. I saw you, then when we got introduced, I was like, oh, you were my next door neighbor.
Right.
And even I
Then the
did
whole family connect
And
came
I
out.
remember you were so serious, and
I can be.
I was like, you're so unapproachable.
I'm
Like,
not unapproachable. It's just before I go live, I do have a certain mental makeup, especially like on camera. It's a very different medium altogether. But when you're hosting like a launch, we were doing a launch, and there was media, and then you had your
Yes.
celebrities. So I sort of go a little, into this whole thought process and
कोई
start
character
doing a
में ऐसे
little
घुसना पड़ता है.
mental makeup. हाँ, character में तो मैं वैसे method.
Yeah, you're never out of the
नहीं-
character. I want to
हाँ.
see that character where you out of it, but you're never out of it.
Out
right?
of what character?
Yeah.
No, I
that's
do
what-
have a very stressed side of me, and my
Oh,
just
even
I would
Avi
say,
would know that.
Avi
Yeah.
would know that. My mom would know
Avi.
that. My sister knows that, and my best friend knows that. And they literally like cry to each other about it, saying, "Ki ye matlab she'll come back." You have experienced that.
Yeah.
You are the one
Delhi
person, the Delhi party, and I remember this,
remember
and I
that.
want to talk about this. That I had like a 36-hour day,
Yeah.
and at the 35th hour, I was dancing on top of some table, and I was giving Avi dirty looks, saying, "Why are we not going? You know, I'm exhausted. You know the kind of 35 hours I've had. Start saying bye." So he came to say bye to you, and you said, "क्यों जा रहा है यार?" And he said, "Pooja थक गई है." He said this, and which was true. And you both turned to see Pooja कहाँ है, and I was dancing on top of the bar.
No, yes.
And you both
did.
looked and said, "ये थक गई है," and Avi said,
No, I'll tell you what happened. I asked you, so Pooja was there, and you would literally jump and say, "Yeah, I'm so tired, Parag. I'm so tired." And we're like, really, your expressions
Yes.
and actions don't match.
मतलब ये ऐसे कौन थकता है
कैसे
यार?
कौन करता है? But only you
But
can
then
do
again, only the immediate people
Character
know
नहीं
that
छूटता ना.
अभी ये मतलब I've been in heels for 12 hours and my
Yeah.
legs are paining and I want to take those lashes off and the makeup off and all of that, and I'm actually just dying to do that. But party है, music चल रहा है, तो डांस करते करते बाय बोलेंगे ना. मतलब ये क्या कि मैं थक गई हूँ वाला चेहरा में. So yeah.
Yeah, so of course,
That's me, and we remember clear incident that describes exactly how it goes.
Yeah. So tell me more experiences about one particular show of yours. I remember, and when I saw that show, Saas Bahu or Beti, I couldn't imagine you like that. But when I saw you in so many characters and role playing and so much, so it shows so much of potential you have as an entertainer. And people who do not know you like that in person would tend to think ये तो ठीक है कुछ acting के लिए लड़की कुछ कर रही है. But when I see you in real life, you are off the camera also. You're rolling all the time. So that makes it special, I think.
Thank you so much for
So tell me-
appreciating a show which was definitely a milestone in my journey as an entertainer. I
It was?
used to present Saas Bahu Aur Betiyan on Aaj Tak.
But what was the show about? Honestly,
show
I
was-
could never understand the purpose of the show.
Because you were just so happy seeing me being crazy.
That's so right.
Yeah,
That's so
thank you
right.
so much.
So
But-
I was just, my friend is there on TV. अरे देखो ये
वो
कैसे
fast
कर
forward,
रही है.
बाकी सब fast forward मत किया करो
हाँ,
बेटा, ठीक से देखा
I
करो.
never got the patience to understand what the show
No,
is
so
about.
it was, you were probably not our TG,
correct.
because it would talk about all the television serials and उसमें क्या चल, so it was news. It still exists. It's a great show. It's been around for over a decade and a half. I was fortunate enough to do about 5.5 years of presenting
Wow.
it. I was fortunate enough to be given the chance to come in different characters 7 days a week, 365
So
days a
what
year.
were you, Saas Bahu or the TV?
I was the Saas, I was the Bahu, I was the Beti, and interestingly, I was also the Sasur and the Beta and the Damad when that
इन लोग
needed
का
to
बजट कम
happen.
था क्या? मतलब ये भाई ये मिल गई है, इसी को सब दे दो. आज क्या बनना?
यही मजा था उसका, ऐसा बोलेंगे
आज
हम.
कौन मिसिंग है?
कुछ भी जैसे अगर फिल्म रिलीज हो रही है, आई रिमेम्बर एक बहुत मेरे लिए मुश्किल एपिसोड था जब हम काफी कुछ करंट अफेयर्स से जोड़ने की कोशिश करते थे, और उस टाइम टॉयलेट एक प्रेम कथा रिलीज हो रही थी अक्षय कुमार की।
टॉयलेट एक प्रेम कथा,
हाँ, अक्षय कुमार। तो
राइट
हमने
राइट राइट।
पूरे एपिसोड का थीम टॉयलेट बनाया था, और कुछ ऐसा था कि मैं कमोड पे बैठी हूँ और वहां से मतलब न्यूज पढ़ी, तो मतलब मेरे को ऐसे लगता है, मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि आई एम वेरी फॉर्चुनेट कि इतनी जर्नी में, मैं नहीं कहूंगी कि लंबी या छोटी, लेकिन इतनी जर्नी जितनी मेरी अब तक रही है उसमें मुझे इतना कुछ करने को,
You are
सीखने
so
को, खेलने
versatile.
को
Actually, you
मिला।
are too versatile.
नो थैंक यू सो
Yeah,
मच, थैंक यू।
that's
लेकिन
great.
बहुत कुछ एक्सप्लोर करने को मिला। पहले पहले मैं जब गई, मैं भी सीरियल्स की दुनिया से थी, फिल्म्स की दुनिया से थी। This was very very new for me. I didn't know how the news world works. I was still new in presenting में भी मैं कर चुकी थी काफी सारे shows, but ये बहुत अलग था। And you don't have like, okay, you have these 4 lines and you have to say it. Okay, fine. As an actor, you can say it in 15 different ways, and that's basic. But here, to actually every morning get up and conceptualize a character, think of everything that goes around, and it's difficult when you're talking to camera and you don't have another person with that give and take कि चल improvise करते हैं, तू ऐसे बोलना, मैं उस पे ऐसे करूंगी, you know, so you don't have that.
It's all
You
impromptu.
don't, it's all improv. You don't have कि मुझे ये 5 लाइन बोलनी है, और मुझे
I've
बहुत
seen
आदत
you
है।
working, Pooja. It's never script never defines you.
Oh,
Maybe
thank you.
it's just the energy, and it just comes naturally to you, I think.
Some of it, yes. Some of it, you, of course, you have to hone your skills and you have to learn on the go. You have to adapt. पहले पहले बहुत मुश्किल होता था, because even costume wise we have thought, like we've played characters. I remember if there was Halloween, I would be like coming out of a pumpkin, and I would actually be like, you know, thinking and building, making wings, or sometimes as an angel or a fairy, or like different things I can't even pinpoint. And we would actually be sitting, मैं स्कॉच टेप के साथ चीजें चिपका रही होती थी, हम लोग सोच रहे होते थे फेदर्स लगाएंगे, लैशेस में भूत बनेंगे, ये करेंगे, चुड़ैल करेंगे, ऐसा करेंगे, वैसा करेंगे। You once commented, I remember, क्या हुआ बेटा बचपन में फैंसी ड्रेस के सारे एग्जैक्टली।
Yeah, you were like, deprived of fancy dress competition from your mother or what?
मेरी मॉम भी बचपन में बहुत एंथू थी, वो भी मुझे हर फैंसी ड्रेस के लिए इतनी एंथू है। एट दैट टाइम आई टोल्ड यू आई वाज अ वेरी शाय डिसइंटरेस्टेड किड, तो शी वुड बी लाइक डूइंग माय मेकअप एंड इधर खड़े होना है, क्या बोलना है।
But what did your husband Avi sign up for? He wakes up to everything. What are you today?
Yes. And
आज
the
मैं
thing
क्या
is
हूँ?
that because I keep telling you, I try and keep my personal and professional life very different, and it was always like, please don't come home in any weird get up and scare me. So I used to, and we won't even like talk about it when I would come home, and he's like, how was shoot? Okay, fine, good. And my friends like you, crazy ones, would send him pictures. Dekh aaj teri beewi kya bani? And he would be like, oh my god, on national television, what is this girl up to now? And he actually had to tell them. So I remember once I became this Japanese, my best friend highly disapproved of the way we had stuck my eyes up with scotch tape, and she said it was so bad.
Oh, like this? But isn't that Chinese? Japanese
No,
is like
we
writing
did
here.
something. We did pata nahi aise and what
Yeah.
all. And she's like, how could you do this and everything? And she was like, I'm cutty with you.
I'm cutting with you.
So she's messaging my husband saying, what is Pooja doing? Like, how can you allow this? Obviously, it was all in fun. But he used to be like, oh my god, I can't even like, and this is just not my wife doing this in a friend circle or like with theme party. This is on national television every day. She's putting it on social media. But of course, I mean, he's okay. Well, he knows that there's this crazy.
Does he have a choice?
Yes, he does.
He does.
I mean, yeah, of course. But we can always knock on wood. There's always enough and more work coming to sort of choose that, you know, aisa karna, aisa nahi karna. In the hosting space, been fortunate, touch wood. But this was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of learning.
But one of the funniest avatars was the Jay Santoshi Ma.
Oh, we did so many ये हम करते थे. Even Krishna.
I commented something on
Krishna में मैं पूरी blue बनी थी.
Yes,
I don't know
yes,
if you
I remember.
saw that.
I've seen it.
और वो पूरा हमने उसमें गाना किया. Then once we did even this Ram Leela or whatever, the whole Leela, the whole like Mahabharata, we did like a whole song and dance around it, and we planned like a whole.
So what's the weirdest one according to you?
Toilet was one major one, which was really tough. Makhi was tough. Makhi.
So you became Makhi?
Makhi, yeah. Then once
of
there
the
was... I don't really remember, but एक बार कुछ हुआ था जहाँ किसी सीरियल में कोई उल्टा लटक रहा था और समथिंग, तो हमने पूरे एंकलिंग से ऐसे लटक के किए. सो वो सब काफी मतलब कभी कभी एक्रोबैटिक्स उसमें होती थी और लाइक आई सेड बहुत सारे मैं सोचने जाऊँ तो हम लोग कभी कभी हंसते थे टुडे मजा लेके ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन आई स्पीक टू द टीम देन आई टेल देम आई सेड आप लोग ने मुझसे क्या क्या करवाया थैंक देम फॉर इट ऑफ कोर्स बट नाउ उस टाइम ये होता था अच्छा आज ये थीम मिली है कैसे करे कॉस्ट्यूम कैसे करे बाल कैसे करे कैमरा किधर से लगाएंगे मैं किधर से आऊंगी ये सब हम उसकी टेक्निकलिटी में घुस जाते थे बट अब जब हम पीछे मुड़ के देखते हैं तो इतनी हंसी आती है इतनी हंसी आती है क्रिएटिंग दोज मोमेंट्स and now I remember once I did Amitabh Bachchan full white दाढ़ी वाड़ी लगा
yeah I've seen that also I've seen that
oh god
that was hilarious that was
really
there was some dialogue something you did I'm not able to remember what was in that Amitabh mode only something related to that I don't remember
but that was really a tough one for me or especially when I had to see मैं ये सब बहुत and they loved my voice as a chudel they loved my laughter as a chudel which sorry they loved my voice
but
as a
your laughter is
exactly like a chudel right
I can't say that
no it is I mean it's fine
let me
it's
make
like
you laugh let me make you yeah, like.
I charge extra for that now I've realized that oh my god ये मेरी speciality है so no so chudel ये सब मैं फिर भी बहुत फ्लेयर के साथ कर लेती थी but every time I was given a ब्रूम किया है हमने विच किया है और बताओ झाड़ू लेके वो मेरी बेटी ना उस टाइम 2-2.5 साल की थी जब मैंने ये प्रोजेक्ट शुरू किया उसको बेचारी को आदत हो गई थी कि मैं बर्थडे पार्टी पे गई हूँ एंड हर बर्थडे पार्टी
मम्मा आज क्या बन के आओगे माय फ्रेंड्स आई प्रॉमिस यू विल बी अ विच
no so birthday parties always have a theme right when you're that age 2-3 and so she poor thing had become so used to going and picking up all the theme props and telling them that I'm taking this for my mama and they would be like why so then I would call up and say आज मुझे या फॉर एग्जाम्पल मरमेड जलपरी बनी थी एक बार में हमने पूरा बीच क्रोमा डाला था आज मुझे आई कॉल देम अप एंड से आज मुझे मरमेड कॉस्ट्यूम मिला है सो आई वुड पिक दोस यू नो दैट नीचे का पार्ट ऑफ द मरमेड एंड आई वुड लाइक डू लाइक दिस होल थिंग एंड आज अविका ये उठा के लगी अविका तो मैं एक्चुअली कलेक्ट करती थी चीजें अपनी अलग अलग थीम्स बनाने के लिए एंड माय डॉटर फ्रॉम द एज ऑफ 2 and 3 was excited about getting up to see her mom doing some craziness the next day
but I think you are best when you do funny roles like मुझे तो सच्ची में ऐसा लगता है you are जैसे होता है ना लेडी सिंगर में you are like lady Kapil Sharma
biggest compliment ever
no seriously I really tell my friends that she's one of the funniest girls
oh touch you know मुझे कोई भी और कॉम्प्लीमेंट दे देना मुझे इतना मजा नहीं आता like if somebody tells me oh you're looking good in this or this and I'm like okay thank you मुझे बहुत मजा आता है when somebody tells me I'm a funny girl I have that power to bring a smile to somebody's face
funny बोले तब तक ठीक है funny looking नहीं बोलना चाहिए
funny looking मैंने क्या कुछ funny looking नहीं किया यार
that's the part of being funny
I don't care मतलब लोग कहते हैं how do you make people laugh I said the first step that
make fun of yourself
make fun of yourself
that's so
be
true
comfortable I'm comfortable with people laughing at me I'm comfortable with laughing at myself and my whole understanding of comedy begins from there so the minute I
fun begins within
absolutely so the minute I get into any sort of complex in the sense that no you know you can't like when I'm working with even co-hosts and all I tell them I said make fun of me that'll give us a great way to make the audience comfortable let the banter begin with us I'm always comfortable with that it then makes people get their guards down you know and
correct.
I think that's
the way to comfort
and for me there is nothing more exciting than comedy
so Comedy Circus was one of the
Comedy Circus I did there but I was like a proper host
with Manish Paul.
Didn't get to with Manish Paul I did the Gold Awards many years ago I think 2008 yeah I'm very old so at that time I did that
don't show off
I love showing that
were
off.
you the Santoor girl we can do that Avika can come in mama
please अपनी टीम को बोलो मेरे लिए एक ad this is the barter I'm going to take from you मेरे लिए एक संतूर concept बनाने के लिए
तो ये तो है ना we can you know right now go अभी पूजा जी क्या आपकी एज है और अभी कहाँ जाएगी
yeah I'm 38 and I'm very happy about it 8 years ago I did this 30th birthday and I wrote everywhere 30 Pooja tells 30 the whole decor was 30 everywhere and everybody
okay now tell us the real age
I'm 38
come on don't exaggerate
I mean like I look older
No,
I'm 38. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and everybody is telling me that when I turn 30, they're like, "Why are you putting 30 everywhere? Who does that? You're on screen. You should try and project you're younger." I said, "I have lived 30 years on this planet, respectfully ऐसे उससे बड़ा मेरे लिए कोई compliment नहीं है, हाथ पैर चल रहे हैं, ठीक है. And similarly
हाथ पैर चल रहे हैं, like
I'm waiting to be 40. I'm waiting for my 40th birthday. I have, because a lot of my friends have turned 40 and we've had so much fun on their 40th. And अभी मेरे को 39 birthday के बाद मेरा 40th आने वाला है. I can't
40 के बाद ना थोड़े feelings change हो जाते हैं.
Is it?
My on my 40th birthday.
हाँ, मुझे नहीं बुलाया.
It was in Miami.
मुझे नहीं
You
बुलाया.
weren't here. I'm just trying to show up. It happened in Miami, so you know.
The problems of the poor people, I tell you.
Yeah, right. So my friend Sabi, who's also my Bhabhi, she's coming here telling me, yeah, 40. Instead of wishing me, she's telling me, कोई जोड़ों का दर्द. You know, I feel
यही conversations होती है. तेरे blood test में क्या levels off आए? मेरा तो thyroid निकला, मेरा तो triglyceride निकला, तेरा क्या निकला? तेरा cholesterol ठीक है ना?
आपका कुछ नहीं निकलेगा.
You're so
fit and I know you don't put your fitness videos and all. And I remember asking you once that why don't you put your fitness video? वो भी तो करती हो. You do fitness also, and what you reply?
No, what a very bad answer, ना? I get a lot of that. Like एक बार क्या हुआ, मैंने एक गलती से डाल दिया जिम वीडियो. कुछ मतलब मेरे आइडिया था कुछ रील बनाने के और मैं भागते भागते मैंने बना दी जिम में. तो मुझे बहुत सारे कमेंट्स मिले saying अच्छा था, you work out also. And I got so angry because here I'm like 23 years of not, I won't say every day, but really being committed, you know. Yeah. And I said, then you know what, I got so angry, I turned around, I didn't answer, but I said, you know, I get up every morning and go to the toilet also. Guess what, breaking news, I go to the loo. But I don't post it, so it means it didn't happen. So I'm still of that generation where ये social media हमारे हाथों में है and ये बहुत ही मजेदार और powerful tool है. But कहीं ना कहीं we are very exhausted with it, we're very like अरे यार ये भी करना पड़ता है. Though मैं काफी कोशिश करती हूँ to just enjoy with it. मतलब अब मुझे like I like spending time and doing stupidities with mom and my daughter, so I try and put more content of that. या by the by कोई show करते करते जैसे एक बारी actually हुआ कि मैं backstage थी and I was about to go live and I was having this very deep conversation with my maid saying इतने बजे उसको उठाना है, फिर गोभी के साथ पराठा पैक करके उसको वहाँ छोड़ देना. And मेरे in-ear में चल रहा है, मेरे in-ear में चल रहा है.
Don't tell me audience में वो out हो गया.
No.
मजा तो तब आता.
Luckily उधर somebody was just recording, you know, one of the hosts. She's like, what is? And I put it because later she said I shot something very funny. I'll share it with you, and I didn't realize. And I was in like this whole corporate and my in-ear saying, be on standby. And I'm saying, हाँ, but वो लच्छा पराठा देना गोभी के साथ और उसको सही time पे pick up करें. And I put all of this, and unfortunately, so you don't know what your algorithms pick and what don't. So that particular whatever it was, reel or story didn't do very well. But I had about at least 8-10 mothers, working mothers DM me saying today you really touched a chord. So though I didn't get good views or likes, if you actually
but quality feedback,
analyze and study, like they say, you know, you have to keep thinking about the content, what's working. और एक स्यापा life में अब ये भी आ गया हुआ है. But वो भी करना पड़ता है. But I just felt good. If 3-4 mothers even could relate to it, and I was like, or I had not, again, like I said, मैंने सोचा नहीं था कि आज मैं उठ के ये बनाऊंगी. और वो हो गया. मुझे share करने का मन किया. तो even what you noticed, I put, like for me, my workout, I'm not saying never, I'm not saying I won't do it or I don't do it, but मैं जब सुबह जिम जाती हूँ, मेरे frame of mind में बिल्कुल ये नहीं होता कि मैं आज lunch करते वक्त, lunch is not, I know that sounded like lunch, I mean ये करते वक्त आज वीडियो बनाऊंगी. हम लोग कर रहे हैं कुछ workout and some, you know, but he took a video and said, I'm happy to share, but I hate to put thought process into it. So I like doing whatever. I like eating. You'll see me eating all the time on social media.
Doesn't show.
I know, but you've seen me, like I keep posting reels about I like to eat and food. Even when I travel, it's always food. I like trying new restaurants. For me, food is a very big high in life, and
travel. I know travel also is a big high.
No, it's not something I'm crazy about. Of course,
but you take holidays.
We take about a holiday every year.
Yeah.
And of course, in COVID, we had like everybody else 2-3 years of travel to catch up on. So, but we've done like 2
revenge
big holidays after that. Nothing revenge or anything about it. We also always try and club work around it. My work makes me travel a lot. Domestic, a little bit international here and there. So that way, I'm very fortunate. So, but yeah, I'm very, like, I FOMO when I travel. Of course, I'm having fun there, but I keep thinking, ye project bhi hai, wo project bhi hai. So that's the serious side, which a lot of people don't realize that, I do.
But you keep doing your madness in travel. I've seen your reels.
I keep doing my madness. Mein koi na ho to koi nahi aur do
so, Avika, please victimize.
Very good question. So if I want, she has come up to me the other day and told me, I said, Avika, let's call your friends over and मैं ना ऐसे ये करेंगे and this friend of mine will play the tabla and ऐसे dance करेंगे वो करेंगे. So she's like, Mama, can I tell you something? I was like, tell me.
We
She's
need
like,
to talk.
I just want to tell you that I know you think you're a very good dancer and all. Please don't mind me saying this, but your dance style is really outdated now.
Only our children can say that to us.
I was like, reality check.
Reality check.
So she does have these phases where she'll tell me this is not working and you should she goes on YouTube shorts and she's
That's
like,
an
these are
8-year-old,
the trending, she's 10, yeah.
She's
She's
10,
like, these are the trending steps and don't do those kind of steps and all of that. So now I'm like, मैं तो इतने सालों से बेफिक्र डांस कर रही हूँ, मैं इतनी ज़्यादा choreography, you've seen me, मैं freestyle पागल की तरह डांस करती रहती हूँ,
you're just
मैं
yourself all the
process
time.
नहीं डाला, but अब क्या डालना पड़ेगा to keep up with this generation. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking now, I don't know what more I'm going to have to deal with, but yeah, getting there.
But you've done, like you're talking about versatility and about your voice modulations. Captain America, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah. So can you just do some voices for us?
No, I can't really do voices because I don't do
Achha,
any
Doraemon
sort of, I don't mimic, I don't do any sort of
Then
animated
how did dubbing
voices.
come to you then?
I kept auditioning over many, many years. And of course, this, when Captain Marvel audition came, they felt that the voice was matching very well and the expression required. Then again, I voiced for Moni Roy's Brahmastra English release. So of course Hindi and English I'm both very comfortable with, and I guess whenever an international movie is to release in India and they need a Hindi voice or the other way around, I always audition. That's something I really enjoy, the whole process of dubbing. When I used to do films, I used to get the opportunity to dub for myself, which is what you have to do. There was not so much
मतलब खुद
sync
का भी
sound.
dubbing?
हाँ, उस time इतना sync sound नहीं होता था.
हाँ,
So
you have to
films were
redo
mainly,
it.
yeah. So उस time and I used to say कि ये तो इतना मजेदार process है. मतलब if I feel कि कहीं मेरी performance में ये expression रह गया, I can actually add that with my voice.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought
and
that was
voice is
a great.
everything, right?
Voice is a
Yeah,
lot.
the tone of tonality.
Yeah, there's a lot of expression that
just
you can
imagine
play
I'm
around.
Hi Pooja, how are you?
Oh God. People with a monotone
Monotone है भैया माइक चल भी रहा है क्या?
नहीं मेरी दूसरी प्रॉब्लम है, मेरा लाइक वॉल्यूम बटन ढूंढना पड़ता है उसको नीचे करने के लिए कभी. You know that. है. Dubbing में बहुत काम आता है because those mics are so sensitive. What you breathe, even if you're taking the right breath at the right time, it sort of picks that. So, but मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा ये process कि हम एक performance में. That's when I realized ऐसे रह रहे वाह, because there was one scene I remember when I did this film Uf Kya Jadoo Mohabbat Hai. That was my launch film with the Rajshrees. And when I had to dub it, and my initial,
you had a dubbing role in that.
No. You dub your own voice in movies, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you had.
I was doing my voice later at the end.
So what was your role?
Production. I was the leading lady of Uf Kya Jadoo Mohabbat Hai. It was my launch film. It was my debut film, produced by the Rajshrees. 2002 I started shooting. 2004 it released. I'm very old. I keep telling you this. You don't believe.
Stop saying. But 21 years old, matlab.
21 years. I've been. 21 years ago I started. 18, 2002 was when I properly started working to the degree that I had to drop out of college to be able to continue with my work. And I was working on a college dropout. I finished my graduation for correspondence. But because उनका जो attendance quota था, मैं shoot कर रही थी. I was doing 3 South films. I was doing a Punjabi film. I was doing a Pakistani film. I could not attend 75%, but I had to just go sit do my exam, and my college was not okay with that. So then
drop out होके successful होते हैं मुझे लगता है.
Successful तो नहीं कहूँगी मैं अपने आप को, but thank you so much. तो 2000 से I was working. Like I said, मैं even बच्चों को dance सिखाती थी for that little extra pocket money. So nursery के बच्चों को at the end, like I used to train in dance, and in the end I used to go and do these workshops. So you feel actually an entrepreneur, like earning money from that age. Yeah,
that's the sign of an entrepreneur. 100%. 100%.
Though I definitely wouldn't call myself that. I would just call myself a performing artist. I think my husband has taken my career to that side because I am, they say that artists mad होते हैं, उन्हें कभी पता नहीं होता. हाँ, मुझे ये था that I definitely wanted to earn. I was I would get great satisfaction in saying कि मैंने बच्चों की workshop की, so now I can afford my own train tickets. I used to go to Xavier's by train and मुझे बड़ा मजा आता था ना, I can buy. So that's when the initial मजा comes कि मैं movie के लिए जा रही हूँ अपने पैसों से, हाँ. And इतना कभी मतलब मम्मा ने किसी चीज के लिए ना नहीं किया to the degree कि वो मेरे साथ लड़ती थी, बेटा you need new jeans. क्यों? मेरी पुरानी वाली तो ठीक है.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so हमारी वो problem.
Girls never have clothes otherwise.
Yeah.
They still dress up well.
I like clothes. I definitely enjoy clothes, but otherwise मुझे ये सब नहीं है कि मुझे even though I'm in the jewelry line, I don't look at jewelry. Oh my god, my next buy has to be this.
You cannot get high on your own supply. So.
And I think that was even before that when I started dating Avi. That was one thing that he was pretty happy about. That she's going to be more interested in me than my jewelry. So yeah.
Yeah, he got a customer as a wife, right?
Oh, that was that. But I didn't go. मैं गई थी because किसी astrologer ने मुझे कहा कि आपको diamond पहनना चाहिए. और हमारी love story वहाँ से शुरू हुई.
Yeah.
Not कि मुझे कोई मतलब fancy ये खरीदना. ये मैं अभी तक पहनती हूँ. And this was like, I still remember my mom bargaining with my now father-in-law saying कि please ये अपनी मैं उस time films कर रही थी. I was 21 when I met Avi. No. So then Papa was like, you know, this diamond will be for this much. So मैं तो चुपचाप बैठी थी कि जब बड़े बात करें बच्चों को बीच में बोलने की क्या जरूरत है. So मैं उस ट्रिप में थी. अभी भी चुपचाप बैठे थे कि non-profit client आए हुए. And then.
But was Avi hitting on? Was Avi hitting on you?
No, he was disinterested because his only focus was that she's not going to give me profit. And especially when
such a Avi.
So Avi. And when my mom told my now papa that, you know, she's paying for it herself. So then he melted because he's like this kid and I was a baby,
then
right?
I know.
So he's like, no, you know papa.
Yeah.
And he's like, now that you've said this, so he was like just calling me, how much is that? He's telling itne ka mil raha hai. He didn't want to make a single rupee.
Yeah.
And Avi is giving him dirty looks that, हम ये करने के लिए बैठे. So his conversation.
But he's still paying for that.
That is exactly what. And then cut to, after this diamond happened, Papa went off abroad. He was on some travel thing for like 2 months. When he came back, I was sitting in his hall. And he entered and he had no idea that we've been talking or, you know, dating, getting to know each other, whatever, because he was traveling. So he said exactly that. He enters the hall and he looks at me and says, oh, first he said, you're with my girlfriend. Just, you know, Papa. He said that. So Avi said, yeah, you know Pooja, right? And also, of course I know her. He's like, you were telling me I didn't take profit. You will be paying for the rest of your life.
That's what he actually said.
He actually said that, which is why when he said that, I'm like, oh my god, that is exactly. And I was like, I love your dad. If I ever marry you, it'll be because of how amazing your father is. He was like that. And I touch wood till now. He's my lifeline.
Of course, yeah.
And if anyone knows my father-in-law, they'll know what I'm talking about.
He's such a charmer.
He's
such a next level
like
charmer.
I'm very comfortable with saying, okay, I want to go dancing. So he'll be like, I'll say, Papa, you're coming out partying with me. He'll say, okay. I'll say, Avi, I'm going. Like you babysit Papa and I'm
he's
going.
so
We'll
disinterested.
go dancing, we'll chill, we'll enjoy, we'll go mingle, yap with the whole world.
Absolutely.
Do our dance number, come back. Super touchwood. And this is always my, like, in my first 3-4 people go to for anything. So that's amazing, right? After so many years, if you can still say that, then it means that that's just how Germany is.
So you're an entertainer not only on screen but even in the family.
I have my moods. When it comes to...
they're generally good.
Yeah, but I do have my moods. Like coming back to that same के मतलब मैं like थकी हुई हूँ या अगर मुझे बिल्कुल नहीं मन करा डांस करने का, then I just feel कि काम पे करना पड़ता है, मुझे नहीं करना, मैं नहीं तो people will be like, what happened? Why are you so quiet today? Why
you have to keep up with your
is
image.
everything okay?
अभी 10 लोग पूछेंगे. थोड़ा नॉर्मल भी रहने का मन करता है.
मतलब अब मुझे ऐसे लगने लग गया कि अब मैं चिल करूं कभी कहीं बाहर जाके तो लोग मुझे ऐसे देखते हैं कि आज समथिंग इज हुआ है. And see, as you can have your little like tired or whatever, right? But I feel now it's reached a stage where I can't show it. You know, in my...
You have to be up on energy all the time.
Yeah.
You just set a particular standard for yourself.
but personally थोड़ी ना कोई standard. Professionally मैं मान सकती हूँ कि अगर एक show में मैं energy नहीं लाई or if I didn't, you know, connect with the audience, then I can take feedback saying that today you were not. And that's my fear. Like I don't want to ever land up with feedback like that. So I keep like connecting with the audience, engaging, and I'm constantly high energy, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, we all know as an artist, you could be probably pre-COVID तो हम लोग ने 103, 104 बुखार के साथ क्रोसिन ले लेके काम किया है. और
Seriously?
मैंने जब मुझे कोविड हुआ
के बाद बुखार से डर लगता है.
Exactly. But पहले हमारी दुनिया में ये बहुत नॉर्मल होता था. In a live show, you cannot call up sick. You cannot call in sick
Yeah.
That's why when people say that, oh,
बीमार है ना,
you're
घर पे
not
रहना, सेट पे
well,
आके ठीक होना है भाई.
yeah, you cannot call in and say, it's a live show. You probably committed to a travel. You probably just committed whatever. Even if it's in Mumbai, you can't call up and say, I'm a little under the weather today. You
Yeah.
cannot possibly do that. In fact, when I had COVID, and obviously COVID घर में generally सिर्फ एक को नहीं होता, मेरी
सबको
बेटी को भी था, तो I was nursing her fever also. And that day, but it was obviously still in the virtual world, that I had a show. And I did the show, but obviously virtual tha, so there was no stress. But so it's very normal in our world कि if you're mentally not in a good space or physically not in a good space to just pretend.
Yeah. But how did COVID change your industry?
COVID
And what
changed.
changes? Must be, I'm sure there must
Yeah.
be, like, we're creating content. You're a content
yeah,
creator,
yeah.
not an influencer. Yeah, I would like to even ask you that, how do you draw a line between not being an influencer and being an entertainer?
I don't set out to be an influencer. I think the ones
But
who
I
are
think most people don't
influencers-
understand. They see whoever is posting content on Insta is an influencer.
No, I
But
think
with
the
you, it's so
ones
distinct.
who are influencers have understood the medium very differently, very brilliantly. I cannot even keep pace, or I completely respect what they're doing. It's like saying that, I can't compare what they would do on a live stage or in front of,
Exactly,
say, a
it's
TV
so
camera.
different,
So
right?
I'm not trying to master that. I'm
Right.
not trying to compete with them. I love what they do. I respect what they do. I don't think I have understood the whole social media game. And honestly, I don't think I have the bandwidth to invest that kind of education and learning into understanding that. Like I said, if I enjoy making, doing masti with my daughter, then I put that.
Yeah.
तो उसमें कोई I enjoy eating, so I put that.
Yeah.
मैं उसमें बैठ के कभी अपने algorithms analyze नहीं करूँगी, मैं ऐसा content डालूंगी तो ऐसा नहीं भी
Correct.
चलता है, कितनी चीजें नहीं भी चलती है, but I'm
But
very
I'll
proud कि
tell you
मैंने डाली.
something. The algo is to not figure out the algo.
अच्छा.
That's all about
See,
it.
this
You
is
have
all
to
stuff that we need to learn, and
Yeah.
influencers have all this figured. So it's like, it's an insult to influencers if you call me an influencer.
Come on, that's
No,
being too humble.
absolutely. But at the
That's being
same
too
time,
humble.
मैं जो डालती हूँ, इतनी सारी चीजें हैं, जैसे I'm not on LinkedIn, I'm not on so many, Facebook also very ठंडा with
It's a whole
posting
ocean
everything.
out there, man.
But
Like,
now
Pinterest
with
is a different
Reels,
game.
yeah,
YouTube is.
yeah, then
You're
there's
not
no
even a
end.
YouTuber.
There is no end. And
There
how
is no
much
end,
can
yeah,
you
you
do?
have to-
I parallelly run a jewelry business. I'm a full-time,
You're just a
show-
minion there, or
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a
sorry.
minion. And I love that term that you gave me because it shows that I can keep working, and I hope that power goes on for
I always tell you
at
that
least a couple of more years.
But I always tell you that Avi has a personal MC because he is a man with few words. He doesn't talk
Yes.
like that. He doesn't have the banter.
Balance करना होता है ना life
Balance
में.
करना होता है. But this is like imbalance, man. Balance मतलब to balance, he has to speak something.
No, he's quiet because I am talking rubbish like all the time. So, like he says, like Avi always says, couple में average अच्छी होनी चाहिए.
हाँ,
Our
average अच्छी
average
होनी
of spoken words is fantastic.
Fantastic, correct. नहीं
For
फिर भी वो
example,
over average ही आती होगी with the amount you
so
speak.
with mine, though, it would take a village to even that out. But yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about how COVID changed.
COVID changed. In fact, I remember जब पहले दिन तो मैं तो डेली शो करती थी उस टाइम सास बहू और बेटियां, and that had to go. It's news. In fact, we all like news people were still going.
So
to
Sasba was going on.
सास बहू और बेटियां was going on, and I remember when Modi ji went live and he said कि ये lockdown है, ये है, वो है, तो I was constantly putting on my close friends group saying, day after tomorrow I'm going to work, 3 days में I'm going back to my studio, 4 days में I'm going back to, no, this cannot happen, this, अरे but we are to news, I तो have to go back to the studio, and they kept saying, dude,
लेकिन स्टूडियो खुल ही नहीं रहा.
ये you need to be mentally prepared. मुझे तो पहले almost 1 महीना नींद ही नहीं आई. Because how much can you, though I was making the show from home and we were also learning how to upload it and we had to upskill ourselves and invent ourselves overnight and all of that. But of course it was mentally challenging, physically.
And person who goes to sleep at 9.
I do, and I love that.
Yeah.
So, but I couldn't sleep because, एक जो थकान होती है घर में भी non-stop, I was working 4 बजे तो हमारा सब खत्म होता था, लंच खाते थे. But that जो स्टूडियो की एनर्जी होती है और जिम की होती है, right? They used to start with gym studio. Then from there going to recording studios, going for my live events. And whatever, I was doing all of that. I was doing Saas Bahu Aur Beti. I was doing my corporate shows online. But आप घर में कितना burnout करोगे? So मुझे नींद ही नहीं आ रही थी because I was like, and then I was stress eating. So forget the weight put on part of it, but you just have so much more access to, and though a lot of people didn't have staff to their maximum capacity, what happened for me was, because I had to shoot from home, I had to rope my mom in and move her in the house because she had to help me shoot Saas Bahu Aur Betiya for 2 months. So she literally dropped everything and moved in here, and with her, along with her dog, who was not fitting into my frame, but never mind that, came her cook.
You don't love dogs?
I do.
Okay.
But when I'm shooting and somebody comes and sits on my lap and I'm like, I did not ask for this call time right now, then I get very irritated. But never mind that.
So it was Saas Bahu and Damad.
It was Saas, Bahu, Betiya, Damad, Doggy. No, it was a family production. Literally, I'm telling you. And
Surat
my
Bharjatiya
friends
film
were
was
so
getting made.
nice. They literally sent clothes because there was no access to going out sourcing and stuff. And how much can you buy online immediately?
Yeah.
So I was wearing like आज इसका top, आज उसका कुर्ता every day नए episode बनाने के लिए. तो वो सब बहुत कुछ मस्ती की उसके साथ. But I had my mom and her cook for us like crazy gourmet food every day.
So what was the
Every
learning
day.
that came out of it? What changed?
So coming back to,
Yeah.
so of course we had to learn to shoot from home, and then when I would get my initial virtual events, I was like, ये media में नहीं कर सकती. So I said no to 2-3. And
So
these are
virtual
plans.
events are not exciting for you.
So this is how it all started. So initially 2-3 I said I can't do this is too tough. How can I not connect with my audience? And it's not like with your camera you still do connect, right? But
Correct.
ऐसे computer screen के आगे बैठ के
You
chroma
don't get
को-
the energy, the vibe
the
of a
energy,
person.
the vibe, and my biggest problem was, though we have like fiber internet, whatever, I'm like, we are skilled, right? We got extra dongles, we got extra. Eventually, we had all of that in place. But the initial week or two of doing virtual events, I remember entire April mid, I took my first on Baisakhi virtual event because this was a brand that I had done so much work for, and they kept saying, no, you do virtual now, it's virtual only. I said, नहीं कोई बात नहीं, अभी आप 2-3 virtual करोगे, बाद में when the world opens up, you'll call me again. It's okay, I'll sit. And then I started FOMOing. I said, I'm losing work. I'm losing brands that used to be comfortable working with me, having to get other anchors because I'm sitting stubborn. And then I said, ek kar leti hu.
And the BTS banter must be missing, your crew.
BTS banter was missing, of course.
Yeah,
oh my
that is the thing you
God.
must have missed the most.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And how do you, like, it's so difficult to sit on a chair, look at a computer screen and say, now
So
I'm going to
boring,
sit and
so
create
boring.
content.
Yeah.
I can't see the faces of my audience. For us, we feed off their energy. We
Exactly,
know if they are
that's so true,
fidgeting.
right?
We
Yeah,
know
you
what
feed off their
jokes are
energy, so
landing, what
Yeah.
jokes are not landing well. They're fidgeting, they're coughing, they're sneezing, they're looking at their mobile. So I know now this content is not working.
Yeah,
Switch.
switch.
Hindi is working,
But
English is
how
working.
does that
How
really
do
come
do
to
it?
you? You've
So
never
that
followed
was a
script,
big
like-
fear.
Changing script
Yeah,
and
no, so
gauging
this-
the energy of your audience and then switching. How do you really do it?
I mean, I don't think there's any how to it.
Yeah, I realized while
of
asking
course,
you.
you have to have done your homework. There is always a little bit of the company brief. There's always pointers. There are always certain designations that have to be called in a certain way, in a certain order. You have to, before every event, read up and understand that. But once that homework is done, and there's only that far that it can get you. After that, it's all about
Yeah.
connecting,
It's your personality
energy,
that makes you do
your
it.
personality.
Yeah. That's what you're you.
Madness helps.
Madness.
It also makes you uninhibited completely. So it then you're not thinking कि अब मैं ऐसे बोलूँगी तो उसकी क्या reaction आएगी.
वो
You
तो
do
वही,
your
इतना time थोड़ी
basic
ना
कि
होता है.
जितना company ने brief दिया है, that you have to get done right. And after that you have fun with people and
Yeah,
it
that's the
works.
key.
I mean they are happy, you're happy.
I think the more natural self you are,
Yeah.
it works that way.
It's a fine line between doing enough prep and not overthinking it beyond a certain point.
Yeah.
It's a very fine line, and I do as a performer keep questioning myself. Have I prepared enough? Once I feel yes, am I going to make mistakes? You will never have an answer to that. There's always, till today, I get, my hands and my toes are completely cold before my entry on stage. Till today.
I don't believe that.
Till today.
Because
Never on camera.
But no, even
Never
on stage,
on
I've
camera.
seen you on stage. I've seen you
Yeah.
perform in front of 1,000 audiences, and you go with all the
There are
flair
trips to
and
the loo, there is sweating,
Really?
there's all of that, yeah.
We've never seen that.
Yeah. So that's good at pretending.
Good. Yeah, you're good at faking it. So, but what is your dream role that one can say that okay, I want to get this one?
You know, honestly, it's been so long that I've looked at myself as an actor, and this hosting space has almost filled up the last 10 years of my 21-year journey. And I think that when I set out, I had a very different vision कि मुझे ऐसी films करनी है, मुझे definitely I wanted to throw in dance into every character that I ever got. That was my dream, when it started off. मुझे बहुत dance करना है. Luckily for me, whatever the medium, I did get to do that. I till today incorporate it in my shows, and that's something that I hope to be a part of, and I hope I can keep as a part of my whole, gamut of entertainment. But besides that, I think that you should have a vision. You do need to work. So when I work with certain brands, I do hope they repeat me, and I do wish that certain ones that I haven't worked with, they give me a chance, and I'm constantly doing all that, man. But again, I think it's such a fine line between putting a certain amount of thought process into it and just saying that now you just got to let like go with the flow and see where it takes you.
But still, what excites you more? A comic role,
Comic
brand,
and dance. I'm very clear.
brand collaborations, comic, entertainer.
When there's comedy and when there's dance,
What would you pick?
between the two, there's no way I can pick.
Oh,
Between the two, there's no way I can pick. Yeah, you can ask me to pick between glamour and comedy, or you can ask me to pick between doing like a very hardcore crime thing and dance. So those are very clear things. But I can narrow it down to saying that as far as I'm in touch with some amount of musicality, dance, energy, fun, and comedy, I'm very happy. I do a lot of shows which don't have those two elements also in it.
Would you ever do sad roles?
I've done sad roles. Of course,
Like?
I've done sad roles. So many of my serials have had sad. And more than anything, just as much as मैं बोलती रहती हूँ मुझे comedy करना है, मुझे negative roles मिलते थे जब मैं serials करती थी.
जयकांत शिकरे.
संस्कार season 2, I was the negative lead of the show, which was on Colors. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've
The
done a
bitchy bahu.
Pakistani film where I was the out and out, I was the murderer. I've done a Hindi English, like a English film called Blue Oranges, where I was again this alcoholic who ended up killing somebody. So I get a lot of these really, I'm like ow, like जब मुझे रोल मिलता है मैं कैसे करूँगी, but पता नहीं वो कर लेती हूँ, हो जाता है. मुझे बहुत नेगेटिव, मेरे फेस पे कहीं ना कहीं लोगों को वो नेगेटिविटी बहुत ही easily convincible लगती है.
But that's like testing yourself in
Yeah,
all
of
the roles, right?
course.
So it's like challenging
It
yourself,
is challenging
new things,
yourself.
learning, and
When I
yeah,
started with
otherwise,
corporates, it was the biggest challenge. I'm like, ये मेरी दुनिया से कितना अलग है.
So which was the first corporate event you did?
Before corporate event, I hosted Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 6 for Network 18, Line Season 6, which was this whole show about you go to the top B schools of the country, and it was like a sort of a reality show for all the B schools
Okay.
on their pitches. So that was like, ये कैसी दुनिया है, वहाँ से I think वो दुनिया खुली मेरे लिए, which I didn't know exists in me, or this could be such a great opportunity to. And वहाँ पे there was no like madness and masti. It was really serious, proper.
Work, huh?
I had to learn a lot. I was like, ये सब क्या है? So of course panic with Avi, and he had to like sit and counsel me through all of that, which he does.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
He talks?
Yeah. He basically, first thing first makes me stop talking. First step,
Yeah.
calm down, shut up. Now we'll talk.
Oh, is it that you give him the script? Okay, you need to calm me down, baby.
No.
So this is the script for you.
No,
This is
no.
what I'm going to say.
No, but anyways, like first stop talking. Calm down. Then I'll talk. Okay. Generally, you won't get to say only anything
Yeah.
otherwise.
वो दीदी मैं सुनो तो
उधर ही.
So फिर what is the message for the audience, and if someone wants to be an entrepreneur, entertainer, entrepreneur,
If you want to be
MC?
an entrepreneur, discuss that with my husband. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's the one who taught me that this is what I'm doing. I think he really helped me up my game even as a performer.
Mhm.
That I'm still.
That support is
Huh?
that support and
Yeah,
admiration.
no, and also trying to understand that हम लोग ये इतना इसके पीछे भागते रहते हैं कि ये creativity है, मस्ती करनी है, entertain करना है, तो कहीं ना कहीं, which with me also, he came very early in my life. I was just 21, figuring films, this, that, but he gave me a lot more direction into understanding, and he kept telling me, you will be a great host, and I'm like, why do you think so? I like everything scripted, I like my camera, I don't want to do live, I don't want to do corporate. He was the person actually who saw that potential in me.
Really?
And every time, like
अरे
when I
he's a
got,
जौहरी
he has that
हीरे की
vision.
कीमत और परख तो जौहरी को होती है
मुझे
ना,
हीरा बुला रहे, thank you so much. So he had a vision for me, and I would literally like my first 5 shows, I was full cutty with him. Why did you make me do this? First you promised me you'll never let me do this again.
Really?
Yeah.
But he
He's
was
like,
like,
I cannot say that. You were so good. I'm like, no, first you promised me that I have
then
suffered
I'll
so much.
compliments.
I would tell him, I have suffered so much anxiety because I had to do this live show. You have to promise me you'll never let me go through this again. And he's like, I'm not promising anything of the sort because you're really good.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is.
But I think live
10
shows are
years.
something which will really tarasho you out
It changed my game completely, and I have to give him a lot of.
That's why
credit
you
for
do
it.
things at one take, सिर्फ एक take, no retakes.
No retakes. Life में क्या है
Life
डालो?
में वो डालो, life में एक ही take मिलता है अक्षय को.
एक ही take.
I was just checking which finger are you showing.
ये मुझे पता है तुम्हारे एडिटर को ये पूरा सेंसरशिप के साथ फैमिली ऑडियंस के लिए बनाना है. So I'm aware.
नहीं, फैमिली, हमारी फैमिली उसी से बनेगी जिसको ये
जिस
कंटेंट
शो का
एक्सेप्टेबल
नाम
है.
ही PDA है.
PDA, of course, yeah. So not intended, but I think it's a great banter. And what is else that you would like to add or share some experience of any funny incident on the studio?
Funny was just waking up to basically, like I said, fancy dresses and pretty much putting things together, like
So,
coming back home.
Must be incidents where you go with those fancy dresses and get up.
That when it merges in your personal life is what I. क्योंकि जो भी हम
मेकअप
कैमरा पे
निकालने
कर
में
रहे
भी तो टाइम लगता है.
अरे मैं तो निकालती नहीं थी. एंड कभी कभी क्या होता था कि हम 2-3 एपिसोड्स अलग अलग गेटअप में कर रहे थे और उस बीच में स्कूल से फोन आ जाता था दैट अगेन यू हैव मिस्ड अ पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग. तो मैं कहती थी नहीं मैं
तो
बहुत
क्या
अच्छी
विच बन
मम्मी
के
हूँ.
गई थी?
मैं विच बन के क्या, मैं तो कभी कुछ आई वाज प्लेइंग सम ठाकुर कैरेक्टर एंड मेकअप दादा इज रनिंग बिहाइंड मी सेइंग आपकी मूंछ तो निकाल दे. ऐसे नहीं आज मैं दिखा दूंगी स्कूल को कि मैं अच्छी मम्मी हूँ. एंड आई हैव लैंडेड अप फॉर ओपन हाउस with like tags of dresses coming out from sponsorship clothes and then saying that like,
tags of dresses, you have to return those dresses.
Yeah, obviously sponsored kapde. And I'm like, no, I just have to go to school today and be there for my daughter and all of that. Not
such a good mother.
मतलब मुझे हमें तो देखो अगर आप फिल्म सिटी में सेट पे घूम रहे हो, आप किसी भी गेटअप में होगे, इट्स फाइन. तो हमें लगता है कि नॉर्मल है. सिर पे वेलक्रो रोलर लगा के घूमना मुझे ये सब बहुत नॉर्मल दुनिया लगती है.
But
मैं ऐसे गई हूँ, मैं ऐसे स्कूल गई हूँ.
Didn't it embarrass your child?
It embarrassed my child and it embarrassed my friends more than me, because as most people know these
like
things don't embarrass me. Yeah.
But what
I
were
have done
Arun's comments?
like different Asian characters with my eyebrows stuck up like this and landed up at schools, pics and
Was he
drops.
doing like this?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh God.
Glue
Like
एक बार
botox करने के बाद
मैंने एक बार अमिताभ बच्चन का when I was telling you character वो पूरी glue लगी हुई थी. वो glue as you know इतनी आसानी से निकलती नहीं है. I have even gone with shooting वाला खून on my face and all, and I'm like all very normal about it and all, and they're looking at me like are you
100% thinking you're crazy.
मैंने ये सब बहुत किया. And the funny हाँ एक बार Mother's Day special था. So they had put अब whitener तो बालों से you have to shampoo only ना. I didn't have time to go home or go to a parlor and shampoo. So with a big bun made and this big center parting and full white hair and wrinkles made here.
Yeah.
I have landed up in school like that.
Oh my God.
I have landed up even pics and drops from birthday parties. I'm like, because as an actor I'm like, yeah, but मेरा कोई काम है. I'm doing this.
तो पूजा मैडम एक फोटो, पूजा मैडम एक फोटो ऐसे.
फोटो दे लाइक प्लीज अपने बच्चे को लेके जाओ. माँ ऐसी है तो बच्चा कैसा होगा.
मलिका
मेरे लिए बहुत क्लियर है चीजें ऐसी प्रायोरिटी लिस्ट में फैमिली वर्क. After that, I will think what is society thinking of me. मतलब वो तो
Obviously,
अगर मैं
this is your world. मतलब एक मेकअप दादा ने कर दिया 2 किलो गाजर साथ में सॉल्व हो रहे हो.
एक बार oh my God.
Like really?
That तो होता ही है.
हाँ.
और एक बार मैं जब पहले लॉकडाउन हुआ मैं समेट रही थी चीजें. I was doing like a whole cleanse of like the house and stuff, and I found this diary of mine, and I was just going through that diary seeing कि pages है तो बचा लेती हूँ कुछ और notes लिख लेती हूँ. And I went through.
Sindhi married to a Sindhi, right?
No, Panju. But
Panju married.
I'm actually Sindhi.
हाँ Kanwal, yeah.
So
by marriage you're Sindhi.
I don't know. I think I was born Sindhi, born for a Sindhi family. So anyway, coming back to, I was going through these pages of my diary and I saw 3 pages back to back. After that, I said मेरे में और हिम्मत नहीं है देखने की
कि मैंने क्या किया.
उन 3 pages में मेरी पूरी लाइफ की समरी थी. क्योंकि एक कंपनी के 1 साल का पूरा फाइनेंशियल, सारे उनके माइलस्टोन्स, ऑल द अवार्ड्स, ऑल द टेक्निकल टर्म्स, ऑल द इंट्रो ऑफ द सीईओज वाज ऑल ऑन दैट पेज.
ओके.
उसके पीछे था कार्तिक और नायरा का पुनर्विवाह. सॉरी, कार्तिक और नायरा का विवाह और सिमर बन गई है.
सिमर चली ससुराल. सिमर
या कोई तो बन गया था उसमें भूत. और उसके पीछे लास्ट जब मैं पेज पे पहुंची उसके बाद मैंने वो डायरी फेंक दी. उसमें लिखा था 2 किलो गाजर.
ये एक्चुअली 2 किलो गाजर
एक्चुअली हैपेंड. 4 किलो टमाटर, 2 किलो आलू. सो आई एम लाइक राइट फ्रॉम अंडरस्टैंडिंग अ होल कंपनीज 1 year का जर्नी टू अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बिकॉज सास बहू और बेटिया के नोट्स में ऐसे लेती थी क्या ये डांस इंडिया डांस ये वो सारे जो मुझे प्रेजेंट करने थे, बिकॉज वो कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड और अपनी सास बहू और बेटिया की न्यूज काफी अलग होती थी.
Yeah.
सो वो दो बैक टू बैक पेजेस, क्योंकि कभी कभी मैं वहां पे शूट करके शाम को इधर जाती थी
हाँ.
और बीच में मेरी मेड का फोन आ जाता था कि ये सब ऑर्डर कर. सो मैंने कहा कि कुछ तो मिलना जुलना चाहिए लाइफ में कहीं ना
ये
कहीं.
मैं क्या कर रही हूँ?
ये मैं क्या
This is my
कर रही
jigsaw
हूँ?
puzzle which
My
I put
life is
together.
a puzzle.
Yeah, it is. But you
So
see, that's
sometimes
the
I put like crazy notes together, and when you put them together, I put crazy notes down, and when you put them together, you realize how hilarious it actually is.
Yeah, but this madness keeps us going. Otherwise, it would be so boring.
Yeah,
Like में मुझे
absolutely.
वो boredom
And
से बहुत डर
I'm
लगता है.
very like that way. मतलब कीड़ा होता है ना, तो
हाँ.
मुझे बहुत इंटरेस्ट है कि इस सब के बीच में अगर कहीं कुछ like you know I'm a very big foodie.
Yeah.
So I will like pick up energy from wherever people say अरे बैठ के like टिफिन खा लो, लेकिन अगर किसी ने फोन किया अगर they are near my shoot or whatever and there's a lunch
So
happening,
lunch.
मैं जल्दी से करके आती
Yeah.
हूँ. मैं बीच में वो भी घुसा लेती हूँ. So I'm that
Yeah,
way.
anytime up for a good food,
Oh, for
a
good
good
food.
meal, yeah,
for
anytime.
good food. Like even when I travel for work, and of course those work trips are like hectic because you're going, running, dry run, show, makeup, वापस आ. उस बीच में एक ट्रैक मेरा हमेशा होता है which is the nearest restaurant. What is the speciality?
Yeah.
So that is my little way of
लोग
entertaining
जीने के लिए
myself.
खाते हैं और हम खाने के लिए जीते हैं.
मैं तो खाने के लिए जीती हूँ, खाने के लिए काम करती
और
हूँ.
करना क्या है मतलब
हाँ,
क्यों मतलब
that's good.
पर्पस यही है ना. और क्या है
And I
purpose
don't
क्या
need
करना है?
like 30 good things, but I can have like 30 plates of one good thing.
Aha,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So variety is not the spice of life.
Oh, not in this case. Quantity.
Good, yeah. I think it's been a great session and thank
हो
you.
गया
for
बस
the-
इतना ही करना था.
मतलब नहीं और कुछ बोलना है तो बोल सकते हो.
नहीं और कुछ बुलवाना है.
मैं तो चालू होगी. You tell me when to stop, right? People need to.
No, it's always the other way round.
Oh,
But yeah, congratulations to you. You put me on the other side of what I generally think
But
I'm
I'm
quite
not
good
sure I
at.
did a good job on
Oh,
that.
no, you did a fab job.
Really, yeah.
If you got me to give good content and if the editor's happy, credit goes to you.
Oh, thank you. So, thank you once again for
Thank
being on the
you.
PDA show.
Thank
We
you.
should do more of this.
Yes, keep doing PDA and keep enjoying and ऐसे budget बढ़ाते रहो, team बढ़ाते रहो.
Yeah.
Show को और views मिले, बहुत अच्छा काम करो. Good luck and I love your enthusiasm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye guys.